Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? We have the lovely and legendary Anna Kelly with us this morning.
It's so good to see you, Michael.
Oh, and this is going to be good. Hey, so we've had a couple of good topics earlier, but this one's going to kind of be the umbrella for me. And this conversation could have been had in 2000. It could have been had in 2010. It could be had today, and it will be happening in another 10 years, I'm sure. And that is the notion of get rich quick versus get rich for sure. When I say those words, what hits you right away?
Don't do anything that claims to be get rich quick. And lots of things that say get rich for sure are really just a get rich quick scam. I can tell you how to get rich. I can tell you how to get rich for sure if you do all these things right and carefully.
Yeah.
But there's very little that's actually get rich for quick, for sure, if anything.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. And again, it's all marketing, right? People that are out there selling stuff or visions or easy buttons, as I call everything, they know that most people have a desire to want more, right? It's kind of, I want more for me. I want more for my kids. I don't have enough. It's kind of feeding on that thing. And it's kind of like, for me, it's always like 6-pack abs. I would love to have 6-pack abs, but you know what? I'm almost 50. I enjoy sweets. I can't exercise as hard as I used to. Metabolism different. So you know what? It's probably not in the cards. But if I really wanted it, there is a path, right? Consume less calories, do a lot of work, working out, and go for it. Just like getting rich, it can be done, but are you willing to put in the work? Are you in a life situation where it can happen? Do you have to clean other stuff up first? You don't go from 300 pounds to 180 overnight. I mean, it's just, for me, it's always trying to relate that with health.
That's such a good analogy, Michael, because I can't tell you, over the years as a woman and the pressure to look good and look thin, I've bought so many diet pills and spent hundreds of dollars on stuff that actually made me sick, right?
Oh, no.
Because it promises that it's going to get you here, but it doesn't tell you it causes indigestion and stomach problems and restless nights and racing heartbeats and all these things. And it's like, you try to go into something that's get rich quick and you put all your money in, you're going to be in pain. You're going to hurt when it doesn't pan out the way you think. And it's like, we live in such a we need everything now society. We have microwaves, we have DVDs, DVRs, we can watch whatever we want, whenever we want, fast food, everything. But money doesn't just come overnight, right? Yeah. And people want that so badly, they'll spend everything extra they have on lottery tickets, right? Or on becoming the next big CBD distributor, or the next great, facial product, multi-level marketing. Like, there's so many things that promise you it's the thing that's going to make you wealthy, but you got to put all your money in it and all your time. And then suddenly, you're supposed to be wealthy.
Trust me. Oh, I hate that. It's like, it's like, watch out. Yeah. The one thing that I want people to realize is, you can have a better financial future, but it's an easy formula, right? When you look at your family's income statement, right? You have a top line number, right? Is your income, right? You pay taxes, at least most of us do. Then you have all of your chosen life expenses, housing, cars, food, entertainment, clothes, blah, 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 kids. Then there's this other number called disposable income. I call them freedom dollars. The easiest thing to do, folks, everybody could do today, is look at those expenses, because most of you are spending between 100 and probably 105%. And I would guess most people are at 105 to 80% of the net number. What Olivia and I did, because I actually just did this video yesterday morning. Olivia and I were spending 100% of our net after taxes and had no money left over. We live in a good life. As long as we had jobs, we were good.
Yes.
But when we started to do real estate, we started reducing expenses, and we reduced it $6,000. And how we did it is in that video yesterday. And that all fell to the bottom line, which allowed us to keep buying and allowed us to, juggle the ups and downs of being real estate owners. Yeah. That's the first thing. Everybody wants to talk about the top line. Like, I'm going to go make $100,000 doing this or doing that. The first thing you could do is go look at what you spend every month and whack some of those expenses.
Absolutely. Truly, if there ever was a formula in how you get rich, it's master your money and master your time. No matter what it is you want to do, whether it's real estate, starting a business, you master your money, you get really efficient with your money, you cut your expenses, you live below your means while you work to take that extra and expand your means, and you get really efficient with your time, and you learn how to do the high dollar activities and delegate or get rid of the things that are time wasters and don't make you money, like sitting in front of the TV and watching 2 hours of sitcoms a night. Really, it's like, what can I do with my time to expand my mind, to help me expand my means, to try something new? And you master your money and you master your time, and it's a get rich slow process. And you've just got, I think you coined that term. It's a get rich slow by every single day taking action to master your money and master your time. Because if you don't, money will take over and master you, and your time will take over and master you.
Yeah, it's right. For me, what I really want people to realize is I don't believe in get rich quick, obviously. I just want people to realize you got to know where you are. I call it choices, right? We actually did this exercise, I think, right? Called choices.
Yes, we did.
And it's really about, okay, where are you and what are you willing to, I don't know, sacrifice, adjust, cut, reduce, whatever, so that you can have a better future, right? So for me, it starts with everybody can have a better financial future if they choose to.
Yes.
If you do that long enough, you can have financial freedom. And if you do that long enough, you can have legacy wealth. Too many people are out there going, go for legacy wealth, go for legacy wealth, go, go, go. Not realizing you can't skip better financial future, financial freedom. But they like to tell it because, again, it's the get rich quick. Come follow me. Come give me $10,000 and I'll show you the way. And all you're doing is making them rich, not making yourself rich. It's sad.
100%. It's kind of like, I think about sports, right? Like I have children and they all have played sports and they want to be the next, Hank Aaron and the next Simone Biles and the next, volleyball star. But it's like 1 in a million or 1 in 2 million that if they every single day commit to that sport for hours and hours and hours a day, they might have a 1 in a million shot, right? Real estate, if you start putting in the time and putting in the work and buying one rental at a time, you probably have thousands in a million shot because you're actually doing something that has proven results if you just follow it very carefully and very wisely. So it's like, yes, my kids, going back to my kiddos, the 11-year-old thinks I'm going to be the next YouTuber gaming star and I'm going to be a millionaire, and you don't know Ty Lopez, so you're not as rich as him, mom, that kind of thing. And it's like, okay, you could maybe become the next Ty Lopez, maybe become the next, millionaire sensation by a little bit of luck and a little bit of timing. Or you can have a proven track record that if you follow these steps, start early, start often, master your money and master your time, you will become financially free and you will become wealthy. So it's a pretty sure bet slowly or hoping for chance.
Yeah, but it's so sexy. It's so easy. I get all excited. I want it, I'm going to be the thing. No. Daily execution, be a little better than yesterday, right? And again, I really tell people, I don't even, like, when I go tell our story and all of that, I've changed my message. I want the kind of closing message or theme now being the audience to hear, just get to 4.
Yeah.
Get to 4. Because I have it. Why? Because when you go and you talk hundreds, people clap and they're like, oh, congratulations, blah, 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 I'll buy your book. But then they go to the car and they go, honey, we can't do that.
Yeah.
That kills me.
Right.
Freaking kills me. And I'm like, I just wasted an hour. I'm not doing that again. So I'm like,
because we're not, we're not training our minds to mature from that little kid that wants what we want now when we want it. Right. I think it was Dave Ramsey that I heard say years and years ago when he says, start living below your means today so you can live like no one else tomorrow. He said something along the lines of, the sign of maturity is the ability to delay gratification. Right. And it's not that we just never enjoy life. But if I try to go after whatever I think is going to gratify and satisfy me at the moment, or it's going to make me happy or maybe make me famous or rich, I'm not going to make the daily decisions to start delaying the things that I don't really need I kind of want them, but if I spend all the money on the one thing now, the next thing, it's going to wear off and I'm going to want the next thing and the next thing. So we get in this cycle of I want it right now. And we make poor decisions that we pay for forever. And as we mature, we fill our minds with how can I make better decisions every day that are going to yield results in the future. And so really learn to delay gratification, to be patient in the things that you're doing to try to accumulate wealth over time. And if you do it the slow and patient way, master your time, master your money, live below your means while you expand your means, that is a sure sign for success. You may not be rich tomorrow. It may take 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, but it's the sure path to success rather than wasting all your time and all your money on gambles for luck.
Yeah. I just want everybody watching this to know that both Anna and I believe that if you do the work and you make the sacrifices, live below your means, everyone can get to 4 rentals. It may take you may be in a position where it takes you 2 years to get 1 and then 2 years to get 2. But if it does, it's okay.
Yeah.
4 rental properties across the country that produce cash flow, even if that's all you ever got, will change your financial future.
Absolutely. Think in an average market where the average home is $250,000. If you have a 30-year mortgage on that, you start when you're 30. When you're 60 years old, you have $1 million worth of property that, oh, by the way, is actually going up 3-4% per year. It may be $2 or $3 million worth of property when you retire and no payments and full cash flow. That's financial freedom, even if you take until 30 years to do it. So get started now. I love that 4 number because it's very attainable.
Yeah. And that's really what I try to go for, right? When I go talk to an audience now, they always want to hear about the big story and the 1031s and all of that stuff. I'm like, I close with just hammering 4 because I want everybody in the audience to go to the car because I actually saw it. I was going to the car and I heard people say, we can't do that, honey. They got lucky or they had timing or whatever they had. I'm like, I just wasted my time. But now I go and they go, I want everybody to think 4. Because everybody, I haven't heard anybody ever say they can't get 4. So that's what I'm really focused on.
I love that. And the other thing is because sometimes the first one, you can either get a really good one and the first one goes, okay, that was pretty easy, but maybe I'm not making that much money because it's totally turnkey, right? Yeah. It's not until you get the second and third and fourth that you go, okay, now it's kind of accumulating.
Yeah.
Or you can get the first one and it's like a nightmare for whatever reason. The money pit, you bought the wrong thing. Yeah. You have one really bad tenant and you think, this is horrible. I'm never doing it again.
I did that. I had a bad tenant. I wrote about it. It's in the book.
Yeah. I did that with my first flip. We flipped the property. It was terrible. We lost money. We learned a lot, but we swore we'll never do that again. And it took us a couple of years to do it again. Right. So you do a few before you give up on it. And I can guarantee you, if you have 4, the difference it'll make in your financial everyday living will make you want more.
There you go. Well, this has been a lot of fun. I appreciate your time. Any closing thoughts?
Master your money, master your time, keep growing. Buy 4.
There you go. The legend, Anna Kelly. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Michael.